Welcome back to the channel, Soap fans. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness that is currently unfolding in Port Charles. Grab your coffee, or maybe something stronger, because we have a lot to unpack and I am bursting with thoughts. I cannot believe they did that. I mean, I am sitting here typing furiously at 2 a.m. because my brain is just spinning out of control after watching the latest General Hospital previews for Tuesday, July 21. Are you kidding me right now with Nina and Brennan? React first, explain later. That is my motto tonight. I just about fell off my couch when I saw Nina Reeves standing there in a robe, looking absolutely disheveled, and screaming that Jack Brennan is a disgusting pig. I am sorry, but am I the only one who has been waiting for this exact messy dynamic to explode? We all saw that steamy, out-of-nowhere kiss on the July 17 episode, and we knew it was leading to a wild night. But for it to end with her hurling insults in a bathrobe? That is peak soap opera gold, and I am entirely here for it. Because, let's be real, Nina has a history of making the absolute worst choices when it comes to men, but there is something so incredibly magnetic about her and Brennan. He is dangerous, he is a WSB operative with a million secrets, and he has been playing this locked-in stroke victim game for months. And Nina? She is just drawn to the chaos like a moth. I've been watching this show for years, since way before 2015, and this is honestly one of the best pairings they have teased in a while. But why is she calling him a pig? Did he say something completely out of line after they did the deed? Did he try to leverage their night together to get something out of her regarding Drew? I kinda think Brennan pushed a button he shouldn't have. He probably made some arrogant, smug comment about how easily she fell into his bed, and Nina, being Nina, completely lost her mind. I know some people are loving this slow burn, but personally, I love the explosion even more. And wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the location of this steamy hookup. They are in Willow Kane's house. Willow's house. The spoilers say Willow makes an unpleasant realization, and you just know she walks in. Imagine being Willow right now. You are Congresswoman Willow Kane. You are married to Drew, who, by the way, just got his voice back and hates your guts. Though you don't know it yet. You are dealing with a million political and personal crises, and you walk into your own living room to find your mother in a robe with the paralyzed WSB agent you've been secretly cutting deals with. I mean, the sheer awkwardness is off the charts. Willow is gonna completely spiral. She already has zero control over her life, and now her mom is sleeping with the guy who holds all the leverage? It is too much. So what does Willow do when she is stressed? She runs to Harrison Chase. I am sorry, but I have opinions about that. Willow actually approaches Chase and asks him if he wants to go away with her to Washington, D.C. for a mini getaway. Excuse me? You are a married woman, Willow. Yes, we all know she and Michael Corinthos have been divorced for a long time, and Michael is busy dating Jacinda, but Willow is legally married to Drew Kane. And she is just casually inviting her ex-boyfriend on a romantic political trip to see? I just can't. Remember when they tried this inevitable pole storyline with them years ago? Yeah, didn't work then either, because Willow always plays the victim while actively making messy choices. But you know who is going to absolutely lose her mind over this? Brooke Lynn Quartermaine. BLQ is already sweating bullets because she literally framed Willow for Jordan Ashford's hit-and-run crash. Brooke Lynn was the one driving, she fled the scene, and then she had bricked Dr. Willow's GPS to make her look guilty. It is the most diabolical thing Brooke Lynn has done in ages. So if she finds out Willow is trying to whisk her husband away to Washington, D.C., Brooke Lynn might actually commit a real crime. Thankfully, the spoiler suggests Chase is going to politely decline. He is going to use baby Phoebe Wilson as his excuse, which is totally valid. Chase is trying to build a family with Brooke Lynn, and he is fostering this baby, who, by the way, is wrapped up in Ethan Lovett's insane fake DNA scandal, but that's a whole other tangent. Chase is a good guy, but will Willow take the hint? Probably not. She is desperate and clinging to the one guy who always believes her innocent act. Okay, back to the main point, because we have to talk about the absolute bombshell Lulu just dropped on Sonny Crow. I am still shaking from this promo. Lulu looks Sonny dead in the eye and says, Jason didn't shoot Director Cullum on the pier that night. Boom. Sonny's face was a picture of pure, unadulterated shock. We all know Jason has been rotting in a WSB black site in Jakarta, suffering from severe PTSD because he took the fall for that. And who actually pulled the trigger? Rocco Falconeri, Lulu's teenage son. I've been screaming at my television for weeks about this. Jason sacrificed his freedom, his sanity, and his time with Danny just to protect Dante and Lulu's. And why is Lulu confessing this to Sunny now, PC Day? What pushed her to finally crack? Maybe the guilt is just eating her alive. Or maybe she sees how much Danny is suffering. Danny has been spiraling, picking fights with Rocco at the Metro Court pool and begging Sunny to let him join the mob just to get revenge on the WSB. Danny has already been through hell. Let's not forget, Danny's mother Sam was brutally murdered by Cyrus Renault a long time ago. Danny has lost so much, and Jason is all he has left. I think Lulu finally realized that protecting Rocco means destroying Danny, and she can't live with that anymore. But telling Sunny? Oh boy. Sunny is going to go scorched earth. Sunny loves Jason like a brother, and finding out Jason was tortured in Jakarta for a crime a teenager committed is going to unleash the mob boss wrath we haven't seen in years. Speaking of mob boss wrath, can we talk about Carly and Valentin Cassadine? Carly is completely shaken right now, and I don't blame her. On Friday, Valentin proudly revealed he has a black briefcase filled with WSB. He thinks it belongs to Ross Cullum, and that he can use it to bargain with the agency to unfreeze his bank account. But we, the audience, know the truth. That briefcase belongs to Jack Brennan! It is the same black box that the mystery glove figure stole from Windermere while Nina and Brennan were destroyed. Valentin has no idea he is holding a ticking time bomb that could expose Drew, Willow, Nina, and Brennan all at once. Carly wants that black case out of her house immediately. She is terrified. She just got Jocelyn out of that Windermere hostage nightmare, and now Valentin is playing dangerous spy games in her living room. Carly is probably going to demand he get rid of it, but Valentin is stubborn. He is standing his ground. And honestly, I love Valentin, but he needs to listen to Carly here. The WSB just raided her house looking for him. Cullum is still a massive threat. Carly is risking everything to hide him, and he is treating her house like an MI6 safe house. And don't even get me started on Sunny's hypocrisy. Sunny is enlisting Brick to break up Carly and Valentin because he thinks Valentin is too dangerous, all while Sunny is having a secret, forbidden romance with ADA. Justine Turner! The double standards in this family are exhausting, I swear. Let's take a breath and head over to the Quartermain stables, because Cody Bell is about to ask Tracy Quartermain for a massive... Tracy is standing there, looking as regal and intimidating as ever, asking, "What's the catch? I love Tracy." She sees right through everyone. I am almost positive Cody wants to borrow one of the Quartermain horses to cheer up little James West. My heart is just breaking for James. Cody had to sit that poor kid down and tell him that the man he thought was his father, Nathan, was actually his Uncle Cassius Faison in disguise, and that Cassius is now supposedly dead. It is too much trauma for a little boy. Cody is really stepping up here. He knows James loves the stables and the horses, so he's trying to orchestrate a surprise to get James to lighten up and smile again. And you know what? Tracy is going to say yes. She acts all tough and prickly, but she has a massive soft spot for kids and for people who genuinely care. Tracy has been fighting a brutal corporate war at Deception against Lucy Coe and Serena Baldwin, so a little heartwarming moment at the stables is exactly what she needs to ground her. I am totally here for Cody and Tracy forming this weird, unspoken bond over helping a grieving kid. Meanwhile, Molly Lansing Davis is making moves. She approaches Mayor Laura Collins for help, and I am betting my life savings it is about the Jen Sidwell case. ADA Justine Turner slapped Molly with a massive ultimatum. Cancel her highly anticipated book tour with Cody and stay in Port Charles to prosecute Sidwell, the biggest case of her career. Molly is torn. She wants the career boost, but she also wants her life with Cody. Going to Laura is a smart move. Laura has been dealing with Sidwell's reign of terror, and she knows the stakes. Maybe Molly is asking Laura for additional resources, or maybe she is asking for advice on how to handle Justine's intense pressure. Laura is the voice of reason in Port Charles, and Molly desperately needs some guidance right now. And finally, let's talk about the PCPD, because Detective Joe Fitzpatrick is not playing games anymore. Ezra Boyle is hauled into the interrogation room, and Joe is staring him down, asking, "You don't have anything to hide, right?" "Oh, Joe." Ezra has a mountain of things to hide. Yes, Ezra saved Joe's life during that botched stakeout when Cassius Faison pulled a gun on him. But Ezra also helped Jen Sidwell, a known fugitive and attempted murderer. You can't just aid and abet a criminal and expect to walk away scotangent-free just because you did one good deed at the end. Joe has been through the ringer. He found out his partner was a fake, he had a gun shoved in his face, and he is trying to hold this fractured police department together while Chase is off dealing with his own marital drama and Tracy's arrest. Joe is looking for a win, and squeezing Ezra Boyle for information might be his best shot at taking down Sidwell's remaining network. I just hope Joe is careful, because people who get too close to Sidwell's secrets tend to end up in the hospital, or worse. Just look at Lucas Jones, who had a gun pulled on him by Sidwell just for trying to set a trap. So, what are we looking at for the rest of July sweeps? A complete and utter meltdown of every major relationship in Port Charles. Brooklyn's lies are going to catch up to her. Willow is going to realize Drew is awake and plotting her demise. Carly is going to have to choose between Valentine's safety and her own family's. And Sunny is going to unleash hell over the Jason and Rocco revelation. I am exhausted just thinking about it, but you better believe I will be glued to my screen every single day. Am I the only one who thinks this summer is going down as one of the best in GH history? The pacing is wild, the secrets are massive, and the stakes have never been higher. Let me know in the comments if you think Willow is going to get away with her trip attempt, or if Brooklyn is finally going to get busted for the crash. And seriously, pray for Carly, because that black briefcase is going to bring the entire WSB down on her head. I gotta go rewatch that promo again. See you guys tomorrow.